Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? So happy to be here with you today. Happy Thanksgiving in America. I have recorded this video so that you guys could enjoy it whenever you're ready, but if you are available, I am in the comments with you and I will be commenting. This is a premiere video and I hope that you enjoy it. This is our fourth project this week. Actually our fifth project this week. 2 go to members only and 3 are on the website, so you can check out my channel and see the other 2 that are available. If you join the membership group, you get 5 projects every week from me. It's $8 a month, less than a Starbucks, so I highly recommend trying it out. There's no commitment, so 1 month, and if you don't like it, you can always stop the program. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. This is a gift card holder and I call it the pop-up gift card holder. So you have these beautiful Christmas lights on here, and this is a belly band. And then when you open, the gift card pops up. Isn't that so cool how it stands up like that? Yep. So we have a few other ones in here. And Magic Meadows, ooh, have hiccups. Magic Meadows is the paper that we're using, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But this week we've been using the Merry and Bright bundle, which is this fantastic stamp set and these amazing dies. I only stamped 2 things on this whole project. The Merry and Bright sentiment on the belly band, all of the lights, the filaments, everything else has been die cut. And then of course we had some designer series paper and cardstock for our actual gift card holder. I thought gift card holders was going to be a good theme for this week, as you guys will probably be needing some, and I wanted to give you a variety of ideas and ways you could do it. Let me talk to you about the colors we're using today. So we are using Petal Pink, Flirty Flamingo, Fresh Freesia, Coastal Cabana, and Orchid Oasis. These colors are so beautiful together, and I will explain how I made our bulbs, okay? So this little piece back here is the second smallest die right here from the scallop contour dies. I'm gonna pop that out real quick to show you. So see how pretty it is? It has that beautiful like cut on the 2 long ends, and it's a really beautiful die. We are going to be stamping in Fresh Freesia, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that ready. And I wanted to share with you that adhesive sheets are going to be your friend on this project. So if you don't have adhesive sheets, you get a 12-pack. They're 6 by 12 inches, so they last a long time. Trust me, I stamp more than most, and I've had these for a while. I use them, and you will love them. That's what you are going to see when you see me peeling things off. It's because I die cut them with adhesive sheets on the back. So I am going to go ahead and show you how I did the bulbs. So let me show you which ones we have here. So we have the Coastal Cabana, and these are Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink. Here's another Coastal. And we have Fresh Freesia. And these are some backs, and these were cut with silver foil. And here's Orchid Oasis. And then the filaments were cut out of cardstock in the matching cardstock colors. So Flirty Flamingo, Petal Pink, Coastal Cabana, Orchid Oasis, and Fresh Freesia. Here's the other bulb. All right, so some are duplicated and some are not. There's the filaments in all the colors. All right. We have our, and this is the gift card that we're going to use in there. I thought this was a good gift card to put in there. All right, so let's talk about how I got these bulbs. So I did some ink blending and I used the traditional bulb, and you get 2 in the pack. Here is the filament. I chose to use the heart-shaped filament for these, and you have a regular filament, so you could use either one. And what I did was I blended ink onto a piece of cardstock with my blending brushes. So I put them in the ink pad, picked them up, blended my cardstock, and then I splattered with water and a water painter. And then you got this look on the paper. And then all I did was die cut after my paper was dry. And that's why I'm not going to do it now for you, because it will take a minute for the paper to dry. And then I cut as many as I could out of the different colors. And so see, I have more for another project left over. And then I just cut the matching filament to go with however many I got of each color. So you're going to use this die cut here, and you get 2 in the package. So you can cut 2 at a time. And you're going to need 2 Flirty Flamingo, 2 Coastal Cabana, 2 Orchid Oasis, and then 1 Fresh Freesia, and 1 Petal Pink. All right, so on this scrap of basic white cardstock, we're going to use Fresh Freesia ink, and we're going to stamp the words Merry and Bright. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. And I'm going to stamp it on here. And then I will stamp the other, and then I will clean at the same time. Perfect. And we will trim those out. I will show you. And then I will talk to you about the dimensions of the actual gift card holder. I chose to take a half sheet of basic white cardstock, and I did a variety of colors on there, and then I splattered it, and then I die cut them out. And when I decided what to use, I did 1 of every color bulb on the inside, because there was 5 colors. And then I could fit 3 on here, so I chose the 3 that I thought would look best. Since my belly band and my words were Fresh Freesia, I didn't choose that one. And I decided that I wanted Coastal Cabana, Flirty Flamingo, and Orchid Oasis on the tag, but you could use any colors that you wanted, and you wouldn't even have to use the ones that I have. So let's go ahead and trim out our words Merry and Bright. I'm going to use my paper snips. And I always save these small pieces of cardstock, because look at how handy it came in when I needed to do this word. And I'm going to trim it down a little bit more than it is on here. Give it another trim on this side. I like to do the short sides first. And then there's that one. So I'm going to do the short sides first. And then the long sides. And we're going to work on the gift card holder. But first, I'm going to go ahead and put our bulbs together. So I'm going to show you how to do that. And I told you that I have used the adhesive sheets. So they make our job so much easier. There's no adhesive sheets on the bulbs themselves, but on the backs of these filament pieces, they're on there. So we're going to just peel the backs off, and it becomes a sticker, which is fantastic, right? So think about putting adhesive on this skinny little piece and how much effort that would be, and how much we save by using these adhesive sheets on the back. And then you just throw that piece away. So these are the filaments. And then I didn't need adhesive backs for these, so I decided that I would just put some wet adhesive on these little pieces right here, like that. Whoops, that one has a little bit too much. I'm going to wipe some off. All right. And then these are the caps for the back. See how pretty that is? I love how this looks. I think it's really beautiful, especially with the foiling. So let's grab another one. And we're going to just assemble these, and then I'll move them out of the way. and we'll work on the actual gift card holder itself. But I wanted to show you how easy this is when you have the adhesive sheets on, especially something as thin as this filament. And I love that. So I'm doing 2 at a time, as you can see. All right, 2 more. You can see when I die cut that one, a little piece didn't get die cut, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be covered by the cap. So if you are close to the edge on your sheet that you have done the ink blending and water splattering on, you can cut off a little piece on that back end because it doesn't really matter. All right, and we'll put the caps on these flirty flamingo bulbs. And then it'll be the Orchid Oasis will be the last 2. See how pretty they are? I really love how they turned out. I'm really happy I went with these soft colors. When I used the DSP that came with the bundle, it's a very bright colored DSP, so I went with the bright colored lights for those projects. But for the final project, I chose to use a different designer series paper, and it's called Magical Meadow, I believe. And that one has softer colors in the paper. It's not the one that goes with this bundle, but it is beautiful, as you can see on here. One side is the trees and the other side is this beautiful like frosted look to the paper. All right, let's get the last filament off and then I can throw these pieces in the garbage. You can see how easy it is. They peel off very, very simple and easy. All right, and then let's put, and I will swipe this into the trash. All right, let's put the caps on these. I'm gonna move this up here and put my Merry and Bright up here and that. All right, let's add a little wet adhesive on those caps. All right, let's see. I love these bulbs, especially with the silver backs. I think they're so pretty. I also cut some silver pieces from the strands, and I used this right here. So I have this silver one and the one that has the little curly Q on it. You can see there's 2. One has a curly Q and one doesn't. All right, let's talk about dimensions and all that good stuff. I'm gonna move this over to the corner, move our ink pads out of the way since we're done with our stamping. All right, let's talk about the gift card holder itself. So for the gift card holder, you're gonna need a piece of cardstock that's 4 1/4 by 7 3/8. So here is our piece, and we're gonna score it on the long side. So let's bring our scoreboard up. Long side across the top. You're gonna score it at 2 3/4 and at 5 1/2. All right. And you're gonna need a piece of designer series paper. And here it is. You have the trees and here's the frosty side, okay? And this piece is 4 inches by 9 5/8. And on the long side, we're gonna score it in a few places. So I'm gonna put it in this direction here. So we're gonna do 1 3/4 of an inch, 4 1/2, 5 3/4, and 7. All right, and if you have a directional paper like I do, you want the direction to go from left to right, the top of your pattern on the left and the bottom of your pattern on the right. Okay, so again, let me give you the dimensions. 1 3/4, 4 1/2, 5 3/4, and 7. All right, and then you need 2 more pieces of the same designer series paper because we're going to use the back end of it. And I have one is 4 2.5 inches and one is 4 by 1.5 inches. Okay, so those are your other pieces. And I believe this is called Magical Meadow or Winter Meadow. I can't remember exactly. So this is how this is going to work. So we're going to score along our bone with our bone folder. This smaller flap is the top and this larger flap is the bottom. Okay. So this is how our gift card holder is going to close. Okay. Just like that. So this top piece that has the score line at 1 3/4, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a burnish. And I want to glue this down right in that piece. And the seam is going to go right along the seam of my paper here, okay? Then this section here has, so it's going to be valley, mountain, all right? And you're talking the directional. Then you're going to do valley, mountain, okay? Just make sure that all of your score marks are straight. And you just do that by every fold that you do it individually, and you make sure that your sides line up like so. Okay. So this piece is going to get glued here. Now, once I have valley, mountain, I'm going to swap this and move this upwards. Okay. So I will have valley, valley, valley. The only mountain is this top piece. Okay. But it's easier to do valley, mountain, valley to do your burnishing of all of your pieces. Okay. So we want to glue this down in here, but not yet, okay? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to punch here, and this is 4 inches. So you can take a ruler and you can mark at the 2-inch mark with a pencil and just mark where the center is so that you have an idea, okay? So see that little mark I put right there? We're going to take our double oval punch. We're going to use the scalloped end. And now that I have it centered, I have the center marked, I can figure out when I have it about the center of my oval. And I want to come about halfway down so that I'm filling half of the oval only, right? Just like that. Okay. And I'm going to eyeball my center as far as from left to right here, that this is in the middle of my piece, okay? So once I have it in place, I'm gonna give it a little pop, and you can see that piece pops out. It has a fold in the middle. You can save it or you can discard it. So now it looks like somebody took a big bite out of there. And you're gonna take your gift card and you're gonna hold it up against your piece. And then what I like to do is I like to take my pencil, I gotta find it, here it is, and I like to mark where the gift card ends. Just a little pencil mark. on either side. Okay, and I'm going to take my scissor and I'm going to come in between here and I'm going to cut right until I get to that pencil mark. Okay, my tip is going to be at that pencil mark. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to slide it in between. Well, if I can do it. I can't seem to get it in there. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut till I get to that same pencil mark right there. Okay. And now we can start gluing our piece together. Now you want to put adhesive on this back and this back. And on the inside here, you're only going to put on the line, on the side lines here. So I'm just going to do on one side. The bottom won't matter because it's going to be up against the cardstock. So we're going to go ahead and put that like that. So the two sides are marked. Then we're going to glue this into our piece like so. So you won't need anything on the bottom because it's not going to go through there. Okay, so I'm going to start by gluing this bottom piece first. And so I'm just going to go around the outer edges. I'm not going to get crazy with my glue, and I'm just going to put a box like that. And I like to hold this up and put this right on my score mark. Okay, and then once I have it on my score mark, then I can bring my paper in. And I'm going to make sure that it's even. If I have to wiggle it over, I do. But just make sure that this is on the score mark, okay? And I slid it a little too much to that side. So hopefully I can wiggle it back. If not, I didn't put that much glue, so it shouldn't be too hard to lift up. And we're going to try that again. There we go. Now we're centered, and I make sure I'm on my score mark, which I am. All right, much better there. All right, so now we're going to attach the next piece, and it's going to be this section. And again, I'm going to just do a rectangle around here, and then I'm just going to do like a package or box, okay? And I'm going to make sure that this time I'm right on that score mark as well, okay? Just make sure that this is on that score mark. Perfect. All right, and we're going to glue. Let's make sure that that folds. That's perfect. All right, so we're going to glue this one. Again, same thing. Go around the outer edges. And then I do a little plus sign or a cross or whatever, a window, whatever you want to call that. And then we're going to go ahead and lay that down. All right, so in this section here, this is where our gift card's gonna go. So where you cut with your scissor, you're gonna slide that. See how cool that is? Now we're gonna decorate. So we're gonna go ahead and close this. The larger piece, I'm gonna glue it this way, the frosty part up. So I'm gonna put my glue where the trees are. Let me grab my silicone. Oh, I'm not. I have my silicone mat over there with my other pieces, so I just have to be careful that I don't get crazy, because I do get crazy with my glue. All right, so here's the first piece. That's gonna go right here. Isn't this so beautiful? I love this paper. All right, and then we're gonna do the smaller one again. That's gonna be this top flap, okay? So what you wanna do is just make sure that you've pressed your adhesive down. We're going to put adhesive on this side again with the trees. All right. Now for our belly band, I want to make sure that I curl my paper. So this is going to come around like this, okay? So for my belly band here, this is a piece of 1 inch by 6 inch fresh freesia, and I'm going to grab my bone folder and I'm going to curl it. I'm just going to break the fibers down like that, which makes it so much easier to attach it but before we do that, let's go ahead and add our pieces to the inside. So on this side here, I have a strip on this side and on this side. So I have my dimensionals behind my pieces. So on this here, we're on the belly band, we're gonna put one of these, and one of these. So on the inside, we're gonna put 2 dimensionals behind each bulb. And we're gonna do this one and this one. One at the top and one at the bottom. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get them ready. But I'll put it back over here to the side and out of my way. All right, so these right here, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the backs off. I'm gonna use my Take Your Pick tool. That's the green one. Of course, it's always the last one, right? So this one's going to be the petal pink, and I need to angle it because I don't want it to be in this fold. So I want to make sure that it's not in the fold. There we go. And then I'm going to take my string here, and we're going to put this through the loop, and I'm going to just put a hair of adhesive right here on the edge and get it to adhere right on that edge. I'm just going to hold it for a minute for it to grab. Okay, we're going to do our purple one next, which is this one. So I'm going to put it through my piece. Okay, and this one's going to be on this bigger panel. So I just want to make sure it comes down right about there. And I'm just going to go ahead and trim that end right here, okay? And I'm going to put a little dot of glue here and get it to grab onto my string and adhere my string right there. So there's those pieces, and then this is going to fold it in half. So it's okay that it has that bend. Just leave it loose there so that it can fold properly. Then on this side, I'm just going to go ahead and put my bulb down. And with the piece that I have left over, I'm going to weave it through here like this. I'm going to attach that, and then I'm just going to tuck this under the bulb where you can't see it. So I'm going to grab a dot of adhesive on this side, put it right there, and we'll add our string on top. Come on, there we go. Get that to grab, and then under here, I'm just going to put on the back of that silver string. And this one's going to be stuck under the light bulb, so it doesn't matter. I just want to make sure that it can't be seen that it was cut. So it looks like it's one continuous piece. All right, so we're going to move this out of the way. And we're going to take this little piece here, like that, across. And I'm going to trim it. Okay, and this we're going to leave off to the side. So we're going to take our last 2 bulbs here, okay, and we're going to just attach them onto our piece, and then we're going to string them. So we'll start with our French freesia, and I'm going to bring our piece through, and then I'm going to bring it through like this. Kind of put that off like that. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and attach these 2 ends on both ends here. Hold it in place for a second, get it to grab. I hope you guys are enjoying this project. I really enjoyed making it. And I don't know if you've ever done a pop-up card, gift card holder like this before, but I think it's quite a fun one because the card stands up when they open the holder. All right, so there is the inside all done. All right, so just make sure that this stands. There we go. Just like that. And then this is going to close like this. Okay, so now we're going to grab our belly band. And we're just going to barely overlap it. So I'm just going to put a hair. If you want to cut your 6.5 inches and have it go a little bit bigger, that's fine. I should have probably done that. But I'm going to go ahead and adhere my belly band together, give it a hold to a press or whatever to hold on to it for a minute. And there we go. Okay, so let's bring these guys in here. And we're going to put dimensionals on the back, but not yet until we see where it's going to go. So for this piece here, I wanted the curly Q to be kind of in the middle, but I wanted to string my lights. So I'm going to start with my green one. I'm going to bring it in like this. Okay, that one's going to be there. And then the blue one is going to come in like this. And it's going to go that direction. And then my pink one, I think I'm going to pull this and go ahead and adhere it on that corner. And then we'll lift up our bulbs. We'll lift up our bulbs and add our dimensionals once they're stuck down. I'm holding that for a second. And then we're going to go ahead and put our pink bulb on, and this one's going to be behind it. So I'm going to go ahead, put the pink one on there and put it off to the side, and then put my little dab of glue. Hold that in place for a minute. And it's going to be tucked underneath. All right. Good thing no one's going to see that big mess I've made with my sticky fingers. All right, so now we're going to adhere our light. So we'll start with the pink. It looks like we can fit 2, but we need to make sure that this one doesn't go too deep. So I'm going to actually put my dimensions there, and then I'll put this one up here at the top. And that way I know I won't go over the edge. Okay, so this one's going to stick out this direction. All right, let's do this one. So this one, I think I'm just going to use one on the side here. So we'll put it on this side. Pull the back off of that one. And we'll attach it like so. And then this one, I think we can do 2 on this one. So we'll do a small one. Let me grab a mini. If I have any minis. Oh yeah, I do. I'm going to put a mini up here at the top. And then I'm going to put one there in the middle. Because the tip of that bulb is going to stick off the edge. All right. Fun, fun. So there's that. So let's go ahead and... So I wanted to use some dimensionals to stick this onto my belly band. I didn't want it to be flat, so I'm just going to cut some edges. We'll put one there and one there like that. That should be good. All right, and we're going to attach this sideways, and I wanted it angled, so we're going to angle it like that. Perfect. Now we can add our Merry and Bright. This piece is just going to be glued over the top, so we're not going to need dimensionals. So let's bring in my silicone mat. I'm going to flip those over. And I'm just going to use wet adhesive and my tweezers. So here's and Bright. So cute. And Mary. Oops, I don't want to do it upside down. That would be good. Not be good. All right, so how about right there? What do you guys think? Perfect? I love it. All right, let's close this one up. Put our belly band on. All right, we're gonna add our bling. This one is the Tinsel Gems 3-pack, and you have the 3 colors. I'm gonna use the Fresh Freesia. So we'll do a small one over here in this corner. Let's do another small one on top of this bulb, maybe right here. And let's do a big one over here, because there's a big amount of space there. Oh, I love this. This is so cute. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching me make this fun holder, and that you will try your hand at making some fun colored bulbs by splattering some water onto your ink blending. It's always a fun way to add some unusual texture to your projects. Okay, and again, we use the Merry and Bright bundle, and don't forget about scallop contour dies. And here are some of the other bulbs that I did. Aren't they so cute? I have some of every color left over. Looks like all the oh my gosh, look how sweet they are. But I had the best time. I used a half sheet of basic white cardstock, and I ink blended little corners until I had 5 different colors, and then I splattered it all at once, let it dry, and then I put it in my die cut machine and just started cutting out bulb after bulb and bagged them up. And then I cut matching filaments with the heart one. I think the heart one is so cute, isn't it? Out of the colors that I have left, and so I still have some more. I can make another project. Thanks for being here with me, guys. I have had a fantastic week with you. If you missed any of the videos, check those out. If you missed Tuesday's live stream video, just click right up there and you can click on that and watch it. I appreciate having you with me, and I would love to have you join my membership. Please share my video, and thanks for being here. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!